Between 535 and 520 million years ago, a big change happened in the oceans during the Cambrian period. Before that, most life was soft and squishy. But during the Cambrian, animals with hard body parts started appearing, like arthropods with tough exoskeletons made of chitin. This material is still found in insects, crustaceans, and arachnids today. The hard exoskeletons allowed these creatures to grow and spread in large numbers in the oceans. As these creatures grew or died, their exoskeletons broke apart and floated in the ocean. These tiny fragments of chitin began to build up in the water. This might seem unimportant, but these tiny pieces of bug-like exoskeletons actually helped change the planet in a big way. These fragments might have allowed some of the most important microbes in Earth's history to spread out into the open ocean. The Cambrian period is known for being a time of big changes in life on Earth. New animal groups started spreading, with body plans we still see today. This rise in complex life had many effects, shaping the planet in many ways. One of those effects might have been the increase in chitin in the oceans, which led to important changes in microscopic life. At the same time, tiny single-celled organisms called cyanobacteria were also evolving. Cyanobacteria can photosynthesize, which means they make their own food using sunlight. Today, their descendants, called picocyanobacteria, are among the smallest and most important photosynthesizing organisms on Earth. They live in the open oceans and play a big role in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. By some estimates, they're responsible for about 25% of photosynthesis in the ocean. This makes them a key part of the marine food chain, providing energy to many ocean ecosystems. Before the Cambrian period, cyanobacteria lived in mats on the seafloor, but how did they start living in the open ocean? This is where the Chitin Raft Hypothesis comes in. This idea was proposed in 2023 by scientists who suggested that around 500 million years ago, cyanobacteria started to move into the open ocean by riding on pieces of dead arthropod exoskeletons, which were rich in chitin. The scientists discovered something interesting while studying modern picocyanobacteria. Some strains of these bacteria can use chitin as a source of food when light is low. They found that these bacteria could attach to chitin and feed on it. This led to the idea that ancient picocyanobacteria might have used the pieces of exoskeletons as rafts to travel out into the open ocean. Living in the open ocean is much harder than living on the seafloor. The ocean is salty, harsh, and exposed to lots of sunlight. So, using chitin as food and shelter could have helped these microbes survive and eventually adapt to the open ocean. To test this idea, the researchers looked at the genetic history of cyanobacteria. They found that genes for using chitin appeared about 500 million years ago, around the same time arthropods were spreading and flooding the ocean with chitin. This suggested that ancient cyanobacteria might have started using chitin and rafting out to the open ocean at this time. Over millions of years, some lineages of cyanobacteria fully adapted to living in the open ocean. They stopped needing the chitin rafts and became planktonic, floating freely in the water. Some strains kept the ability to use chitin because it was still useful in low light conditions.